Okay.
Yeah.
So in FMCG sales, you have three types of modules, you can say. Like retail. If a salesman is covering retail, so he has lot of options, like many shops, because the volume in the shop is low. So maybe he can cover from, you can say, 20 to 30 shops
Per day?
per day.
Okay.
That is a normal call. Sorry, okay, because the retail has a low volume of sales, and in the institutions they give big sales. So 5 to 10 institutions per day is enough as per their target, right? And modern trade, you can say, like big bazaars and organized supermarkets. So it is 2 to 5 is enough. So they complete their sales target, because the sales depends on volume and the realization they do. So this is the main theme.
Okay. So on a month of, say, let's say 23 working days, probably a salesman might have to cover close to 40 modern trade shops, or
2 to 5. Okay, for the whole month. For the no, not 40. They do repeating. Like they visit 2 on Monday. After that, 2 to 3 on Tuesday. So they keep on repeating as per their route plan.
okay. Okay, so in each of these three categories, I presume that the way you incentivize the salesman would be different.
Yeah.
So can you please tell us how it differs from each of these three channels?
You see, the basic thing, that is the target. The basic thing is target. So now, if you give a target to a salesman for retail, institutions, either modern trade, say 10 lakhs per month. Okay. So now the incentives depends on the target. If he completes the target, you can divide his incentive in 2-3 parts. Like if he is completing 10 lakhs and he is completing his target, you can give him straight away cash incentives, gifts, or you can club it, and by the end of the quarter you can give him a big thing. So it depends what you plan and what is his choice.
So what do you think that actually the salesman actually prefer, whether that's a big thing at the end of the quarter or at the end of every month? And if it is the end of every month, what is it they prefer, a gift or a cash or maybe a bonus or maybe even a percentage of sales?
Yeah, mainly they prefer the percentage of sales, mainly, and in monetary value.
Okay. So
They don't prefer gifts, because you see, if they get something in monetary value, if they get monetary value, they can buy as per their requirement. So they prefer cash.
So what kind of generally what kind of incentives does Vishwas Marketing give to its salesperson, sir?
You see, again the same point, because we give the incentives as per the choice of salesman. So time to time, but mainly they want cash incentives. So it is added to their salary, and when they draw their salary by the end of the month or by the end of the quarter, they'll get them.
Okay. So do you have like salesmen allotted specifically to retail and specifically to institutions or modern trade, or it is mixed?
No, specifically.
It's specific.
Specifically, because if we do not categorize the salesman, then it will be a problem. If a salesman is covering retail, it is not possible for him to cover the 5 institutes, because institutions take time. Institutions take time, modern trade take more time. So it is not possible for a salesman technically to cover retail, institutions and modern trade, all the things. It can be divided like on their route plan basis, but not on daily basis. On daily basis, if he is moving to retail, then he has to cover retail only.
Okay.
It's not possible for a single man to cover all the things, because you will not get proper output.
So let's say a guy called Ram, he's a salesman.
Yeah.
So for the entire month, he just takes care of retail. He does not go into modern trade or into institutions. Maybe the next month he might change.
Yeah.
Okay. So which of these the salesmen actually prefer? It's retail, institution or modern trade? Whether it's an individual preference or there is a general preference towards one of these channels?
You see, for these types of coverage, first of all, the distributor is responsible that what outlets he is covering, what outlet he is assigned from the companies, and after that he has to select the salesman that who is the most preferable one, who can work in retail, who can work in institutes, who can work in modern trade. Because suppose we have 3 salesmen, Ram, Shyam and Kamal. So if Ram is expert in retailing, so if we transfer him to institutes, we will not get proper results. So the theme is for the results. By the end of the month or by the end of the year, we need results. That's what the salesmen want. They also want to give the output and earn more.
So actually what I was trying to ask is there a general preference for salesmen towards one of these channels? Is it like more salesmen want retail, or more salesmen want modern trade, or more salesmen want...
No, every segment is difficult or easy in its way. So you cannot say that it is generalized.
Okay.
It is his own, every segment has his own nature in its respect.
So can you just delve a bit into that? How do each of these differ? How much, what are the different skill set required for retail?
You see, the criteria for retail is a very easy going thing. If somebody wants to work in retail, it's an easy approach that every retailer you can see on the roadside, from word to mouth. You can get a retailer by an easy approach. But institutions, you need someone qualified, well dressed, because you have to move to a different type of place. For modern trade, somebody has to be more organized, because they have an office in a complex, so one should go first, do the parking properly, after that he should move, he should wait. So every segment has its own nature, and we have to assign according to this system the person who can handle the things.
So what are the difficulties associated with each of the channels? You think, what are the difficulties in retail? Major difficulties in each of these 3?
Major difficulties you'll find, like retail is one-man show. Okay. The owner, he is everything. He's the boss, he's the decision maker, he's the payment master.
Okay.
Now in institutions, you have 2-3 persons. One is the store, one is the main boss, and the other who are using the product. So the decision cannot be taken in a single visit. In this, a salesman and the owner of the retail can take a decision in a single visit.
Okay.
Okay. In this, it has required 2-3 visits. in this local channels as well as outstation channels like Big Bazaar. If Big Bazaar is in Lucknow, so their head office may be in Delhi or Bombay. So if you give some product, it will go to the head office, then for approval and everything, then you will get a code. So there are many other channels. So every segment has its own nature, own difficulties and own temperament.
Okay, just hold on first.